Samanan, guys. Azi, we were having great conversations last night. I was with my brother, I was with family, I was with, my partner, and we are just chatting again, like family stuff, relationships. And it's so crazy because we get to the part where we're talking about relationships and we're talking about it from a healing point and we're talking about it from a growth point and how we can assist each other and how we can assist our friends, just becoming better versions of ourselves, And as the conversation evolved, talking again about relationship dynamics, be it family relationships or within your own personal romantic relationship. It's so crazy how there is no blueprint to this. Guys, there's no memo to this. We were having conversations and we were debating, we were arguing, we were, having difference of opinion just around relationships. We're sitting in a room with people who have had great relationships, have had not so great relationships, have had challenges, have had this, have had that. And we're sitting there, let's say everyone is over 30, yet none of us are coming together with the core fundamentals. I don't know if that makes sense. Some people are arguing just for the sake about, oh no, you don't need to find out their history and their body count, And people are standing on that based on their personal experiences and why they say don't do that. That's a silly thing, You're only opening yourself up for heartache. You're only opening yourself up for insecurities. Some people look at that. I'm of the belief, me, as an individual, where I say I don't buy the car unless I have a full service history. So for me as Upensini, I'm a huge believer in Uguti. Make sure what you kuna ilogbook, make sure what you kuna service history. I want to know everything. And again, it goes both ways. It absolutely goes both ways. There's people who will say no, the body count only counts for the female. There's females that also feel like I want to know where he's been. Has he been a hood rat? Has he been a manhole? Where has he been? What traumas and triggers is he going to bring into the space? We spoke about the financials, where you'll have a situation where like the sisters would like, I'd like to have that conversation, and some people would say, no, why? Your money is your money, my money is my money, and then we come into the space, and if we have joint things, joint financials, maybe we want to buy a fridge together, I don't know, maybe let's have that conversation. Again, one person, just me, I believe in full disclosure. I don't want to get into a relationship with a person who is in crazy, crazy debt and I only find out later, which this person is in so much debt, the entire salary just goes into that debt and I actually have to pay for their livelihood. I have to pay for their food, I have to clothe them, I have to do, because it's so bad, or this person is sending money back home to their mom and dad, but it's such a significant amount that it will affect our day to day. I would like to know that. We are so different, eh? Like you sit there with people like my brother, we sucked on the same titty, like come on, we come from the same mom, the same dad, and it's so crazy how people that grew up in the same house, went to the same school, ate the same food, can have such a difference of opinions, and I learned so much from him, and I hopefully I teach him one or two things. But it's crazy because we're sitting there and we're saying, this is how I view relationships, this is how you view relationships, this is how they see relationships, There is no blueprint to this. There is no blueprint. It's almost like what's the blueprint to having money? There isn't. You can either inherit money, you can win the lotto, you can work hard for it, you can sell your body. Like there's so many different ways of getting money. Yes, there's the most common way, we get that, but there's so many different ways, and it's the same with a successful relationship. We have these assumptions because we watch these guys talk on YouTube, whatever the case may be, Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate. We listen to some of these female psychologists talk about relationships, and a lot of the things that they say may carry a lot of weight in your life. Doesn't necessarily mean it translates to everyone. I've said a lot of things where people have called me out, do a video, this is my beliefs. People are like, bro, guys, it may work for me, it may not work for you. Understand that there's things that work for me that won't work for you, and vice versa. There's things that work for you that may not work for me. So it's just, again, having an open mind and saying, okay, I haven't tried this, maybe let me try this the way that this person is unpacking it. Maybe in my next situation, in my next date, because for me, I'm that guy I offload as much information, as early as possible. The reason why I do that is because I want to Sisi to be in the best position to make a decision about us moving forward. So for example, I know guys that literally lie that they have kids. They literally, because their kids maybe stay with the baby mama, or they stay with the gok, whatever the case is. So they lie. They walk around, or if they don't lie, they omit. They don't say anything. I know females that have omitted about having kids because Ingane is saying Newcastle, and she'll keep quiet and she'll say, no, but Penson, I'm not ready to tell him. 1 month goes past, 2 months goes past, 3 months. She's still not ready to tell him. She was like, oh no, Ekaya, Kona, we are cool, auntie. I need to go see Antuam. And she's always there every month. She's always like, Boni in Ganzak. So now we 6 months into the relationship, and you're gonna tell me that you've got 2 kids. Like literally, you can go through a social media, you go through a Facebook, the Instagram, they don't even post their kids. There's so many different ways. I'm not saying Witty that's right or wrong. For me, it would be absolutely toxic. For me, that's an absolute red flag. The same way for me, if I don't know the service history of a car, I'm not buying it. If I don't know the logbook, if I don't know that this car was in an accident 2-3 times, if I don't know the mileage of this car, if I don't know Witty in a clash, I don't buy this car. So again, even when we're talking about things like body counts, whatever, I want to know detail, not detail in terms of what position. No, I want to say, let's say, for example, your body count is 5. I want to know, are these your exes? Were these one night stands? I'm trying to understand behind why, your reason, whether the 5 can be high or low, we don't know. I'm just saying, I want to know. I'll give you a better example. If, for example, you say to me, you've been to prison, ne? It's not just black and white, or you've been to prison, red flag, stop. I want to know, why did you go to prison? So if you were saying, I went to prison because I've got younger siblings, they were really struggling at that time, I was very young, I didn't have a job, I tried, I applied, I ended up going to a store and I stole Ibrai Pek. And as a result, they caught me, and then I went and I did a month in prison. That's very, very different than if you said something pedophilia. It's very different. So I want to know. So even if you say that you've got a high body count of 20, I'm trying to understand your mindset. What is happening? Why did we get there? What was it? What is the journey? What is the learning? What is it taking out? For me, it's not black and white. For me, it's gray. For me, I want to understand why you think this way. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? So that I can also make a better decision. The same way that when people ask me, if I'm sitting on a date with a lady and she's like, okay, so why are you not with your ex-wife? What happened? What happened? I want to give a detail so that she can either say, hey, Lomchita is a red flag. Get right, get out. I want to give as much information for her to make that best decision. Because once we end this, we end this. And it's so push, and we need to try our best. But let you go to information, nah, that's painful. And I know a lot of us are desperate for love. I know this. I know. And a lot of us, because we're chasing that attachment, we're chasing those relationships, we tend to hide our authentic selves. We tend to omit our authentic selves. Guys, the truth will come out. It can come out 2 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. But who you actually are, your core, your character, your fundamental truth, that will come out. And for me, I'd rather be authentic and attract people with my authentic self. I'm not going to try and pretend to be someone I'm not. So if me being authentic is not your flavor, it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. There's going to be 1 or 2 sisters out there somewhere that I can attract with my authentic self. Whether they say, oh, Benson, you're such a chauvinist, hey, Umzulu. You see that being, that true self, that will attract 1 or 2 ladies. The one where I'm trying to be this feminist equality, understanding, wonkumuntu, angwazi, so I can only be feminist for so long until Sisi call me out and say, when so it's only a matter of time. So I'd much rather be authentically true to who I am and then present that on a date, or present that when I'm introducing myself to Sisi, trying to see if we can establish some sort of relationship, Whereas Amachita Maningi or Sisa Maningi come in and their first foot is based on lie, or rather based on omission. They want to tweak this, want to tweak that, oh no, it's relatively low, body count is 3. Can't do kulma about her 3 exes, not the 10 guys that she smashed, Next thing, you guys go to a club together, Amachita busy hugging your girl, they're busy, next thing, she doesn't say anything. Amachita come and whisper that to you. Amongst, now so embarrassed, so ashamed, she's been with the whole crew, but no one said anything. Yeah, everyone she lives in the very mess. Next thing, imoto siya-repossesswa. Hi, bo, baby, why is the car getting repossessed? Because you guys getting kicked out of the... All these things I would rather know going in so that I can make the best decision. There's no blueprint to relationships. Again, this is what works for me, or at least what I'm trying. So let me not say what works, what I'm trying to do in my life. You do what you think is best for you, And then in that space, let's try and teach each other, I'm not saying with everything you do will be perfect for everyone. I'm saying as fun sign, I try and do this and this and this in a relationship, Write that in the comments below. Disagree with me, agree with me, tweak what I'm saying, add what you're saying, and let's engage. Because as it is now, our generation, hey guys, we're struggling with relationships, Our relationships are slula. We've got other people that think they know better than others and forcing their narrative for us. One now, they're sitting on a throne of lies. So let's see if we can guide each other. Let's see if we can assist each other. Let's see if we can really assist society in doing better. Anyway, guys, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this video far and wide, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Shalom.